Hey guys, figured I'd do a quick update after I got home from my doctor's appointment. Sorry, hangnail. Um, yeah, my attention span. Um, I went and saw. It was just a follow up with my pain and wellness doctor, so this isn't anything grand or uh new. But since I was already running around, figured I just threw in some chicken tenders. I'm gonna have Caesar salad. Haven't eaten yet today. Uh, while I'm waiting for that, I'd update you guys. Um, Apologies if I'm seeming a little bit loud. I'm trying to use one of my earbuds to do my mic, so hopefully it'll sound okay. Um, my weight's about the same. Um, cause they said, well, it read 330, but they said that theirs is about 3 to 4 pounds off for clothes. And they've said that to me pretty much every time. So I know that it's not just them trying to make me feel better. Um, so that would put me about 327, 326. I was previously 328. So uh, I'm basically hovering between 326 and 328 now, um, which is not ideal, but um, I think I need to start doing the walking thing again. I kind of took a break for a bit. I started it up, but then I took a break. Um, and of course, now it's been hot and humid, at least during the day, so this is definitely going to have to be a before bed activity. Um, but I've been busy lately with appointments or making sure I have things like clean clothes for appointments and what have you. So, um, yeah, it's just things have been a little bit busy than normal. Busier, I should say. Um, Again, I haven't eaten yet today. So I think my brain's just not at its finest. Um, oh, because again, I forgot that I wanted to say happy Pride to everyone. Um, you know, whether or not you're part of the rainbow, um, happy Pride. Because most people have someone in their life that's some representation. If you think you don't, you're wrong. There's probably somebody that's some form of deviancy. um, I guess I should um talk about my own journey a little bit. I think I understood that I also liked girls at about age 9. Um, like boys weren't gross to me, girls weren't gross to me, and um, there wasn't a gravitation towards kissing one or the other. Um, my uncle had come out as gay when I was 8, so I was already starting to understand the context a little bit. Um, but it took me still a little bit to understand things like bisexuality. Um, 8 and 9 year old me thought it was supposed to be one or the other. Um, Both seemed like a concept that nobody talked about. And this was later 80s. So it wasn't as openly discussed then. And I came out as bisexual when I was 14. Um, there was my friend Natasha. We were just friends, but we did other things together. In fact, one of my younger sisters caught me. There was this gas station right next to the apartments we were living at the time. Natasha lived on the same floor, but her apartment was on the opposite side. But we were at the payphone next to the gas station, and I think the thought that was crossing our minds at the time was, it was summertime. There was cute boys kind of walking by or driving by. Fuck it, we'll make out a little bit, see if we can catch some interested guys. Maybe if get a date. We came from damaged homes, so our idea of a good time at that age was something else. But I heard it was one of the younger ones, not the next oldest, but one of the younger ones. I heard her go, and then I heard the thumping of feet running upstairs. Our apartments were on the third floor. But I could hear her clear as fucking day. Mom, I just saw Dessa kissing a girl. I still remember it. And there was a little bit of an oh shit moment, but funny enough, there didn't need to be. My mom was surprisingly cool about it. Because she actually liked my Uncle Jinx. His name was Jerry, but we called him Jinx. Jinx was her favorite brother. And his older daughter, because he came out later, he had a wife for a while. She was a cunt, but that's besides the point. His oldest daughter, Jennifer, actually used to babysit us a lot. Her boyfriends would also come by a lot. So if it wasn't for the stuff that happened to me between the ages of 4 and 5, I certainly would have learned other things from Jennifer and her boyfriends doing stuff on the couch. But my mom did talk to me about it later that day. And that there was to be no more sleepovers. Not that stopped us, because we just went out other places, or I slept over at her place, and fuck, there was times during the day it didn't stop us. It didn't. So, yeah, thankfully, Mom was okay with it. Dad wasn't even in the picture for the 3 months that he was. That was 16, so... It wouldn't be until my early 30s that I realized I was actually pansexual. Um, like early on, guys and girls that did cross dressing, I found incredibly hot. Like there were things that thinking back on it, it made sense, but um, the whole transgender thing, like bisexuals for a while, it wasn't openly talked about. Um, Not so many people were open about being that way. Um, you know, we certainly didn't have people transitioning like we do currently. And I think it's great for the record, but it's just back in the 90s and the early aughts, it just, it wasn't a thing. Um, so, you know, when I realized that it really didn't matter to me what the outside was, and that it was certainly more based on the inside. I mean, okay, physical attraction is still a factor, but it's not like being straight or even bisexual where you're, you know, only attracted to one gender or both genders, and or gay, I guess I should have said as well. But it's not like that. It's um there is at least one transgender woman that I have huge crush on, and at least one transgender guy have huge crush on. Um, there have been men and women also had feelings for. I mean, my longest relationship was Tom, and that was nearly 30 years, and, he was a male. Um, so, um, I have not told my daughter or mom about this. Technically, I didn't tell my bio mom about this development. Um, or the fact that I'm what's considered sapiosexual, where um, smarts, big brains, are what really get me going. So your Peter Parker types. Your Hank McCoys. Um, those. I mean, I can still be down for a Wolverine, but I could spend. Well, I mean, Tom was almost as hairy enough to be a McCoy type. Definitely as hairy as a Wolverine, but he was just so smart. Um, and God, I miss that. He could talk about pretty much everything and anything, and you could keep up, and it really was so amazing. So, yeah, um, that kind of gets me going. Um, but that was also something I didn't realize until later. Like it was always present, like that feeling, but it wasn't. I didn't have a word for it. I didn't know that it was a thing. And that's why I always say that I consider myself always growing, always evolving. Um, and I like that I'm like that, because if I wasn't always trying to understand myself better, if I didn't understand that I was a being that could evolve and change over time, that as I take in data and incorporate that data, the overall program that is me changes. It's like updates. Um, if I kept myself closed minded to that, I wouldn't be the person I am today. And I mean, yeah, I have bad self esteem when it comes to the hardware, but the software is kind of awesome. And I have to remember that more. So, I think my food is just about done. And don't know how well my phone is being charged because this isn't my fast charging setup, but I do have it plugged in. And I've already been going for near 20 minutes. So, oh, my chicken just finished. So, yeah, I mean, it's not too much of an update right now, just touching base. Mammogram is next week. Next month, bariatric surgery. Or at least the consult. Consult. I'm jumping the gun. But I don't know. I'm starting to feel better about it. The more I talk about it, the more I feel better about it. And I will talk about it more soon. I'm going to start looking into it a bit more ahead of time. And I'll let you guys know what I find. That, and I'm going to also cover some more Ember stuff soon. Just because the shit she's doing lately, I feel like it has to be gotten through. Again, I know other people are doing it, but we shouldn't forget what's going on. That's just my opinion. So, enjoy this month, whether you celebrate Pride or you don't. I will talk to you guys soon. Please like the video. Comments, questions, concerns, please drop them below. If you like the content, please subscribe. I'm trying to head towards monetization so I can do things like afford a gym membership. To continue improving my health and my life. But I love you guys. Go fuck yourselves. Bye.